Merry Christmas, y'all. I'm Allison. Just Spin It is all dressed up for the holidays. My normal flowers have been replaced with cute little Santas and stockings and all sorts of festive decorations. So we're going to spin this wheel over here, pick some prompts off of that board, and find some books within this room that I will hopefully get to read during December. Who knows? It's already December 14th. But, I'm going to be optimistic and we're going to make a stack of books anyway. Besides, I want to get another round of bingo maze in before the year is over. So I need to narrow down my library. So let's get started. We're going to do some extra spins because it is the last one of the year and I want to get my money's worth out of setting up that board. So let's go ahead and let's go for broke. Let's spin 8 times. Yeah, I'm going to regret this later, but right now it sounds like a really good idea. Let's go ahead and spin for our first one. Are you ready? That is on 14. And I think we decided if it lands between 2 numbers, then I have to respin again and go up top. If that's not the rule, that's what we're doing today. But this time it is definitely pointing towards 14. Okay, we hit just a plain old red sleigh and angels. Need a book with an angel on the cover or within the plot line or in the title. Okay, I'm going to go with Crescendo by Becca Fitzpatrick. This is part 2 in the Hush Hush series. I did a reread of this back in June of 2024. Gave it a 5-star. Haven't picked up the second one since then, so it's been about a year and a half. So I'm going to go ahead and make Crescendo be the first one on my list. This is a reread. I think these came out like in 2009, 2010, in that range. And it's YA romantasy, I would say. So 16-year-old Nora is still struggling to face the truth about her boyfriend. He's a fallen angel, and she is trying to discover the mystery about her father's death. So, first book that's going on my list. Not necessarily Christmas, but that's okay. So let's replace that. Let's put up this snowflake, a random number. That only matters if I spin 14 again. So let's find out what my second book's going to be. Yeah, okay, so it does matter. So what did I say? Random number. You know what? I think instead of doing a spinner wheel and having to pull it up on my computer and all of that jazz, I think we'll draw a rock and do it that way. All right, I've got them all in here. So whichever number I pull, that's the prompt that I get off the board. Let's see, I'm going to take number 4. I got this red and green tree. Red or green in title. Okay, I'm going to simplify this and use Storygraph because then I can search for red or green. All right, Santa's giving me a present with this one because look, The Secret at Redgate Farm. It's number 6 in Nancy Drew, and that's where I'm at in the series. So this will be perfect, especially if I do manage to play a bingo maze because it's nice and short, and I love these. I get such nostalgic vibes whenever I read these from my childhood back when I was probably 8, 9 years old, in that range, reading all of these books. Okay, great second book. Okay, we have to replace 2 this time. So let's put the snowman for number 14. It's going to be Blue Christmas, blue on cover. And then for number 4, we'll do a Christmas cookies. It's going to be food related. Okay, third spin. Get a cute little teddy bear. Look at him. Silent Night, a quiet word in title. Okay, I'm going to focus on my Christmas shelf. Hopefully I can get a Christmas book in here. Okay, Actually, it's not a Christmas book, but look, silence. It's part 3 in the trilogy of Hush Hush. So I could actually have 2 books from the same trilogy in the same month. That's awesome. So Angels again. So he's obviously still in the picture because there he is. So doesn't get much more quiet than silence. So that will be my 3rd book. Okay, I gotta get some Christmas on here. What's going on? I need it. Okay, let's replace that. Maybe if we bring up Santa. I know him, said Buddy the Elf. Okay, has Santa Claus. So that's that prompt. If we get 17 again, comes back into play. Okay, 4th spin. Okay, that time we're in the middle. So we're going to spin again, but we're only going up top. So we'll just keep looping. It's multiple of 5. Okay, the 5th stocking. This one right here. So what is it? I'm either going to be naughty or nice. So it could be something good or something not so good. Naughty, of course. So much hustle and bustle, plus 2 spins. So that means I have 10 now. I have to have 10 books. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to replace it with this one, but we can't look at it. These are a surprise. It was just what was next in the pile. Okay, since we didn't actually get a book for that, and I'm going to need 10 books, we are actually still on our 4th spin. But I am going to put this down over here to remind me. Okay, are you ready? Number 17. Didn't we just get that? We did. What? This is going to get me a Christmas book because I know him, Buddy the Elf. So the book has Santa Claus in it. That's all I need. So I need a book with Santa. And I know I have some. Unbelievably, I'm having a harder time than I expected. Because I have a lot of Christmas books, but I don't know if Santa himself is actually in them. Except for one series. I know for sure he's there. Fortunately, I didn't get to read it in November. I really wanted to, and I was going to save it for next November because it's Mrs. Claus and the Trouble with Turkeys. So Mrs. Claus is introducing the North Pole to all of the traditional American holidays, and they are doing Thanksgiving up there for the first time. There is definitely Santa Claus in this, and they're going to have some elves, and there's going to be some kind of a cozy murder mystery, and I love this series. So even though I was planning to save it for next November, I could always read it again next year. So we will do Mrs. Claus and the Trouble with Turkeys. Isn't that cover just adorable? I love it. Okay, we got to keep going. Oh, let's replace. I'm feeling this is going to be a long video. I need to pick up the pace here. Okay, win ugly sweater contest. Pick your prize. So I don't know, but we'll put this up. There's more writing on it. We will find out if 17 comes up again. Okay, ready? We're going up top again. Okay, so we're spinning for a stocking. Okay, actually I lucked out. I only have to do number 1 because if it had landed there normally, then I would do 1 and spin for a stocking. But we're just doing the stocking, so I don't have to pull the prompt for 1. Instead, oh, we're nice this time. Open a gift early, buy a book, and start reading the same day. That's gonna be fun. Okay, so this is something that I can't do at this moment. So at some point, after I'm caught up on my videos, when I actually expect to be able to start reading, then I will go to Barnes & Noble and treat myself to a new book and start reading it right that day. Which, You know, I'm sure most of y'all are like me. I no longer, it used to be back in the day, I would go to the bookstore and come home and just start reading right away. And now I come home, set it down, and enter it into the thing, do 50 million other things around the house. And then before I know it, months have gone by and I still haven't picked it up. So this one I will read right away. So I'm excited for that. I'm going to put this book backwards to mark it. And we'll put up this stocking. Again, not looking at it. Okay, so we're moving on to the 6th spin. Okay, so now we get number 1, and we're going up top again. I'm raking in all the stockings. Okay, our little Santa hat, which I still haven't pulled mine out from underneath the stairs. Snow globe TBR. I like that. I don't have to make any decisions. The Christmas jar will decide for me. I don't know. I don't know if I bought like 3 new Christmas books. I think I put them in here when I got them. I'm really good about doing that, but you never know. Okay. We'll find out how up to date this jar is. I don't store it when Christmas is over. It just gets put out of sight. So that way I can add to it any time in the year. Okay. I almost thought I had to pull 3. I don't. All right. And we get Little Women. I wouldn't even thought of that as a Christmas book, but it is set in Christmas time. Okay, definitely not something I would have picked on my own. Let me see where I have it. I actually have a couple of options for this one. I have this beautiful Barnes & Noble leather bound. It has never been opened. I can still smell the leather. It has Little Women, Little Men, and Joe's Boys, so the whole trilogy is in here. Louisa May Alcott, of course. And this one is just straight up Little Women, but it has little vellum sleeves. So all of the characters' letters are written out in calligraphy, manuscripts, everything's written and folded by hand and tucked in here. So I think I'm going to do this one. It'll be easier to hold. So I will open it up and show you. It's actually being sealed in plastic this long. It's not good for the book. I should have opened it a long time ago. Okay, and now you can probably see it better. Isn't that gorgeous? It's all gold foil, obviously. And here's what I was talking about. It has these little vellum envelopes, and it'll have stuff from the story. So it looks like this is going to be a newspaper page. Let's see. Pretty cool. I have Pride and Prejudice and also Persuasion the same way. Okay, so this is going on my list, which I'm really excited about. I think I read this way back in the day, probably when I was in middle school or high school. I haven't read it since, so nice to get a classic in there. Okay, so that was just number 1. Thinking, waiting for the brain to catch up. We have to do for a stocking again. So let's spin for up top. Number 3, so the 3rd stocking. I'm proud of myself for remembering that. Okay, let's see. Naughty. Go into debt. A tome over 600 pages. Oh no, I need a big chunky monkey. That's not good. Okay, let me see. I don't have any really big Christmas books. I'm hoping. I've got Mark of Athena because I didn't get to it. 586, and I need something over 600. So close. I was like, okay, Rule of Wolves. I'll do this one and just jump back into it. 592 pages. Why do I do this to myself? Oh, yeah. 756 is the last numbered page for the appendix. Well, that's time for that this month. I love how floppy it is though. Maybe this one is a little chunky. $2.91. How in the world? Oh, okay. So we'll have to do some math here. There's 2 different books in here. So $3.61 for the first book, which is Witch. See on here? And then Curse is $2.91. And what did I say? $3.51? $3.61. So that is 600 pages. So this could work. Okay, this is, I remember reading it way long ago. This is better suited for Halloween, but it's the first 2 in the Wicked series by Nancy Holder and Debbie, I'm not sure how to pronounce her name. But Holly's parents are killed in a terrible accident, and she's wrenched from her home in San Francisco and sent to Seattle to live with her relatives and twin cousins Amanda and Nicole. Her grief is soon going to give way to bewilderment at the strange incidents going on around her, such as how any wish she whispers to her cat seems to come true. Oh, if I could do that. Game changer. And there's an undeniable magnetic attraction to a boy Holly barely knows. So I'm going to read this. I do remember reading this before and really loving it and being surprised. So I'm going to put this one up top because this isn't part of, this is a bonus. So I actually end up with 11 books. So that'll go there. Okay, so we need to replace our stocking, which we don't look at, but this is what's going up. And let's do this little gnome guy to go in the #1 spot. Eggnog, elderly main characters. I only have like 1 Christmas book on there, and it's about Thanksgiving. Okay, let's spin again. $14. Are we just hanging right in the same spot? Blue Christmas, blue on cover. Okay, let me look on my Christmas shelf and see what I can find. Okay, I am finally going to read Dash and Lily's Book of Dares. I haven't read this one yet, and I've had it forever and keep trying to get it on my TBR. And I even have the next book, which is the 12 Days of Dash and Lily. So anyway, they're going to be in New York, and I believe she's going to put a note in a book on a bookshelf in the bookstore. And he's going to find it, and they're going to play like Truth or Dare through the books. So I am all for this. I'm excited. Yeah, so she leaves a notebook with challenges in it. And Dash is going to be the one who does the challenges. The first one that's willing to play along. And they're going to have a whirlwind romance as they trade dares, dreams, and desires in the notebook that they pass back and forth at locations across New York City. So this should be really fun. And of course they did make a Netflix show out of it, which I have never watched. What do I don't know. What am I doing? That was a regular prompt. So I just need to replace it with something. Let's do this Nutcracker guy. We're going to replace it. Lords of Leapin', historical fiction. Okay, are you ready? Number 5. Got these cute little caroling penguins. Baby, it's cold outside. Winter apparel on cover. Okay, that's a fun one. Let me see what I can find. So I'm looking like a sweater or a scarf or a hat. I'm going to do Love Light Farms because you can see his hat and the scarf and the coats and everything, and their faces are hidden. So we'll do this one, and I'll just hope and pray I don't have a prompt for mistletoe. So I do remember being excited about this when I bought it, and I haven't gotten the chance to read it yet. It had quite a few little bit of buzz when it came out, I think a couple years ago. So we're going to have fake dating, and they got to save the Christmas tree farm, and, you know, there's going to be romance, the whole kit and caboodle. So I'm excited to finally get to read this one. Let's replace it with this Christmas tree of the Griswolds, Christmas Vacation. One of my all-time favorite Christmas movies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 more. Number 2. I just said, I hope it doesn't have, I don't get something with mistletoe. Look, the image of mistletoe. I named it mistletoe, but it says plant on cover. Dodged the bullet with that one. Okay, so plant. I'm gonna see if I can get strict with that and not include trees. Kind of trees are a different classification, I think, than a plant. But if I can't find one, then I do want more Christmas on here. So anyway, let me look. Ha ha ha, found one. I was like, doesn't anybody put poinsettias on the cover? Found one right here. There's a poinsettia, which is a plant. Otherwise, I was about to change it and go for a wreath or something. So this is part of that one series that was quite popular. Probably, yeah, Pumpkin Spice Cafe. So this is the third in that series. The second one, it was a cinnamon bun workshop or something like that, sweet shop. So anyway, small town, a spicy festive romance. So Kira, it looks like she bought a Christmas tree farm in a town that's too cute for its own good. And Bennett is on vacation in Dream Harbor, trying to take a break from both of his life and constant desire to always fix things. But Ben's going to get trapped by snow at Kira's farm. And despite her grunchiest first impressions, with the glow of the fairy lights twinkling in the trees and the promise of warm hot chocolate, maybe, just maybe, the two lost souls will have a Christmas they'll remember forever. So I would assume it looks like we're going to have Grumpy versus Sunshine. Look at the cute little dog on the cover. Reminds me of my dog Maggie. Okay, so this is my 9th book. Let's put up this reindeer. It says The Chosen One, Rudolph. Number 10. Okay, we get this little snowman. TBR Christmas. TBR Christmas. I think that means my Christmas jar. I don't mind that. I get to pull from the snow globe again. I didn't even close it back up. Let's see. I'm going to take right here. I want this green one. And we get Redneck Night Before Christmas. I read that and unhauled it. So, nope. Let's try again. That was like a little 30-page joke book that I had from back in the 90s, I think. We'll do this one that was on my thumb. Christmas at Pemberley. Actually, I think I read this not too long ago. Let me double check. I may have the wrong book in mind. I did read this. I read this back in December of 2023, which means the paper should have been taken out because I'm trying to get through all of my books again since I started this YouTube channel. So I'm going to draw again. I want the chance to read some of my unread Christmas books. Oh no, I'm out of space on my camera. Okay, wait. I've got 30 seconds before it runs out. I think. I don't know. It stopped recording. Okay, Spirit of the Season. I haven't read this one. It's going to be a cute little Hallmark rom-com. I think we're about to go out again. Not out of space? Okay, so we've got a little Hallmark rom-com. Joy lives in Colorado. She is CEO of a successful nail company, and her grandmother has passed, and she's quite irked at her grandmother because guess what? In the will, she has left her bed and breakfast in North Carolina to Joy, but Joy has to live there for 6 months. She's got to take it over. And the B&B is always elaborately decorated for the season. Themed guest rooms, dazzling lawn displays, all of that. And rumor has it that during the holidays, guests can be reunited with the spirit of loved ones who passed on. So Joy is skeptical, yet she feels her Nana's influence all around her. Perhaps even indulging in a little matchmaking between Joy and a handsome estate attorney who just might inspire a magical new beginning. So I guess she's not going to be annoyed at her grandmother for too long. I have been looking forward to reading this one. It just hasn't made it to my list yet. So there's my list. It's a pretty good one. I've got some Christmas on there. a little bit of everything. And I also get to go shopping and read that book on the same day that I buy it. So that will be fun. All right, y'all keep an eye out. I don't know if I'll play The Sims or not. Might do Just Drop It. I'm not sure, but there will be a bonus round of Bingo Maze, doing something a little different for December if I can manage to find the time. All right, I hope to see you soon, and Merry Christmas, everyone.